Hey, I'm Birta, and today I want to finally show you our newest addition to the family. Everybody, this is Mæja. In the video that I made announcing that Georg had passed away, I kind of teased a little bit that we would be getting a new rabbit, and I didn't want to show that rabbit until it was clear that we would be keeping her, and we indeed are, because she and Gunnar have bonded and they're just wonderful together. She came to us with the name Demi, which is just something that we weren't vibing with. We didn't feel like it would fit with our family or fitted her either. So we tried a couple of names and we settled with Mæja. So her name is actually Maria, derived from Marie Antoinette, keeping with our royal names, except for Gunnar. But we call her Mæja, and I sometimes call her Polly Pocket because I feel like she's tiny, or Mæja, or just whatever comes to mind. Kind of the best news about me sharing this is that she and Gunnar have finally fully bonded, and they really like each other. They have sort of a strange relationship. They don't feel as codependent as I feel like Georg and Gunnar were. They kind of had to be together all of the time, but getting them accustomed to each other and getting them used to each other was probably the most difficult process of this. I mean, of course, that's the biggest part of the bonding, but the thing that was difficult with Gunnar and Mæja, which I haven't, in all the pairs of rabbits that I have bonded, I've never had this problem, and that was the fact that they were kind of afraid of each other's movements. So Mæja is super quick, she's very quiet, she's like a little ninja running around, and you don't know she's there until you see her, which is very strange for a rabbit because I feel like Gunnar is the exact opposite. He is big and chunky and clumsy, and sometimes I can hear when he's blinking his eyes. Just he's loud and he's a lot, and she wasn't used to that, and he was not used to having a rabbit that was super quick, super quiet, while to her, when Gunnar was approaching, he probably looked like a freight train running towards her. So I really get it that they were afraid of each other. It was kind of just trying to get them to watch each other's movements, and that's bonding, getting them accustomed to each other. But I really feel like the breaking point, maybe not the breaking point, but where things turned around, was that we took them to my in-laws over a long weekend. And I think the car ride and them staying in a new place, even though Gunnar has been there, kind of cemented their bonding. She also got to go outside for the first time. She had a harness on and she was not happy with the harness, but otherwise she was so happy to be outside, and both of them, like Gunnar loves being outside as well. Being able to see them run around discovering new things, especially for Mæja, I think that Gunnar gave her something stable to kind of unwind after the day of exploring. She kind of had something familiar in Gunnar when they got back inside. So that kind of just cemented that they were, I wouldn't say in love, but that they were a pair. When we got back from that trip, we basically could pack up the pen that she had been staying in. So first she was in his pen when he first came here. That ended up not being the best idea because he really wanted to be in it and not having her in it. So we changed it to, it's made for like puppies, like a puppy pen, and just put something on top of it. That worked out so much better, and we just didn't allow Gunnar to go into that. We could pack all that up whenever we got back from our in-laws trip. They just started using the same litter box and everything, so it was great. Although that meant that she would be free roaming from there, and she has no trouble with wood flooring. We basically had rabbits that, like Gunnar, he goes out on the wood flooring, but he prefers the carpet because it's not as slippery, and I think that's a little bit also because of Georg, because he just wouldn't go on the wood flooring at all because it was way too slippery and he just couldn't stand on it. But Mæja, oh well, she got into places that I didn't know she would. I kind of had to rethink everything about the apartment in terms of placements of certain things and plants and stuff. We had nibbles here and there, but nothing of harm. So I think I've bunny-proofed everything now, so we should be fine. She kept waking me up between 4 and 5 a.m. every morning, and especially when she was going into our bedroom and investigating. She was like Dora the Explorer, all over the apartment, just under things, inside of things, and with the smallest motion you could just hear like a scuttle, 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 scuttle. She was scuttling around a lot. She was eating our bathroom door. She was doing a lot of scuttling throughout the night. I know they're crepuscule or something, like they're the most active in twilight. I'm not angry about that. It's mainly the fact that she was scuttling around, waking me up, and with things like eating my bathroom door. She has calmed down a little bit with the exploring. I think she's just kind of understood how everything, how the layout of the apartment is, and she's fine with that now. So she's calmed down a little bit, and now instead of waking me up at 4 or 5, she's maybe waking me up at 7, which is okay, which is preferable. She's a very fine addition to our family, and I think her and Gunnar are just gonna encourage each other to go on expeditions and adventures all around the apartment, which is just wonderful and nice. I like it as long as they don't ruin everything or get themselves hurt. I'm fine with it. And he has actually started venturing more out to the wood flooring after we got her. So I mean, that's nice. I think it's nice that he's not confining himself to just this space. Of everyone in the family, she definitely prefers Gunnar. I think she just thinks we are big and weird and have strange rituals. I feel like she's getting more used to me than my husband. We'll see how that changes whenever I try to make her dresses and hats and stuff. Maybe she will, either she's gonna grow fonder of me, keep being indifferent unless I'm feeding her, or she's gonna hate me, and then I'll have to think about maybe just making costumes for Gunnar. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!